Okay, and the first time this happened, the first transgression against you was when you were 11 years old, correct?
Yes.
And I hate to say I had to make a list, but the first time you were 11 years old, this was in '01. How did your mother learn of this? How do you know she knew?
One of the incidences, she had just turned around at a moment when it was happening.
Meaning she was inches away. She was in the room when it happened.
What was happening when she was in the room?
The man at the time that she was having an affair with pulled me against him and grabbed my hips and forced me to grind against him.
Okay, and you say this happened probably 20 times throughout a period of time during a year.
Yes.
Tell me how I can know that she damn sure knew this was happening and did nothing about it. How do I know she knew it?
There's no way that she couldn't have known it. Whenever we were outside and she was grabbing a bag, whenever he grabbed me and pulled me towards him, she turned around right at the moment that he was letting his hands go off my hips. She looked down and then looked up and had no expression on her face. And as for me, I would have been mortified if I saw somebody grabbing my daughter that way.
Did you ever tell her?
Directly at that time, no.
Right.
That came later.
Did anybody, when was the first time you told her about this?
The first time I told her about it was whenever he was at our apartment, and I told her that I want him to leave. And she asked me why, and I told her it's because he touched me.
Okay, and this was how long after '01? This was when?
Almost a year later.
Okay, but he was still coming around.
Yes.
Okay, now your father was in the military, so he was overseas.
Correct.
Okay, so a year after this has stopped now, right?
Yes.
And so you tell your mother, look, I'm not coming out there. I don't want to be around him, and here's why.
Yes. She had a smirk on her face, and then as soon as I looked up at her, it immediately went away. And then she acted like she was crying, but you could see no tears. You could see no real emotion.
Did she call the police?
No.
Did she report this to
Not
anyone?
at all.
Nothing. Nothing. If you're not sick in the head, how can you seriously do that to your own kid?
I want to fast forward a year now, right. 02, 03, and at this point, you're now 12 and 13, and you're now being transgressed against again.
Yes.
Not by this person, but by someone else.
Correct.
And this is a family friend.
Yes.
Okay, and this family friend is doing what?
He would reach into my pants and he would touch me.
But on a particular occasion, you walk in
Right.
and find what?
He had her laying back on the couch and he was on top of her.
You walk in and catch him red-handed.
Exactly.
He's on top of
Exactly.
your little sister.
Right.
A grown man.
Feet from my mother's bedroom door, mind you.
Okay, and what did you see when you walked in?
I saw him on top of her with his tongue down her throat. My mother told me that he admitted to her what he had done. She knew for a fact what happened.
All right, did she call the police?
No, she did nothing.
Fast forward to 15, you're raped and get pregnant.
Yes.
Your mother knew, you told her that this baby was a product of rape.
Yes.
Did she do anything about that?
No.
She didn't care to do anything about it. She kept all this information lodged here and did nothing with it. Nothing.
So what do you two want from your mother?
We need answers, like answers. Not excuses, not her reasons, and not her crazy ranting. We need answers.
I want my mother to actually show real feeling and give me a sincere apology.
Like, did she
And
honestly
give me-
even care? What was she so busy doing that she couldn't call the police?